What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel, and today I'm going to be doing my overview of the Oeser F-22 Kickstop. I hope I'm saying his last name right, but there's a good chance I butchered it, so if so, I apologize. This knife was sent in to me by my friend Brian, Lord Needham on Instagram. He will be linked in the description. Give him a follow. Really great guy, really great knife collection. Takes some amazing pictures too, so definitely check his Instagram out. Never a dull moment there. So, all right, let's go over the specs on this knife and talk about the magic it does. Actually, we'll do some size comparisons, then we'll talk about the magic. All right, overall length 7.875 inches, blade length 3.375 inches, blade thickness is 125 thousandths. It's M390 blade steel. It's a satin finish with a flat grind. Weight's 3.2 ounces. It is right hand tip up only, so no lefty love. It is full titanium construction with the M390 blade. Everything else on this knife is titanium. And let's do a couple size comparisons. Sorry guys, the pollen's still really bad here. My allergies have been terrible the last week or two. So there's the tactile rock wall. Here is the Sharp by Design Mini Evo. So quite a bit longer than, well, about a half inch longer than Mini Evo. Closer to an inch longer than the tactile rock wall. It's a long, slender knife. Long and slender. Here is the Renegade Provision Company GOM. It's probably an 1/8 inch longer than the GOM. Here's the American Blade Works Model 1. I think it's going to be the perfect length. Yeah, those two are pretty much identical in length. Here is a QSP Penguin. Got probably 3/4 of an inch on the Penguin. What else we got here? Let's go ahead and do a Urban EDC F5.5. It's going to be quite a bit longer than that. 1.25 inches longer than that, I'd say. But much more slender. And let's do a couple of the regulars real quick. Here is the Paramilitary 2. Paramilitary 2 is probably 1/4 inch longer. The Para 3 is going to be quite a bit shorter. And we always do a bug out. So let's do a bug out. We'll do this bug out. Just the one I had in my pocket all day today. There you go. That should give you a good idea of the size. It's a long, slender knife. Ergos are really good. Very neutral, you know. It's not like F5.5 really good, you know, where it just fits your hand like a glove. It's just very neutral. It's made to fit everybody's hand. It feels really good in hand. Not a hot spot anywhere on it. Interesting design here. I haven't disassembled this knife, but I am curious. You see this inlay here, right? That's titanium. The liners are anodized the same color, the bronze color, titanium. And then you have these very thin scales that go over the top. Actually, they're thin on the edge, but they're thicker in the middle because of how contoured this knife is, which assists in the ergonomics, right? Makes it very ergonomic in hand. I'm curious if that liner has just had that little shield milled out in the liner, and then this scale had it cut out, and it sits over top of it. Because I find this very impressive with how contoured those scales are. This is just as contoured, and you can't feel a seam on that little shield that's right there. I mean, I'm so impressed by that they did this so well. This is done by Riat, so I shouldn't be too impressed, but still, this is something I haven't seen Riat do before. Maybe they have on other knives I haven't experienced, but, you know, it'd be different if this was all flat, but with the contouring and having both pieces, the liner and the scale, having to be contoured perfectly to make that work, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed by that. But that's not the most impressive thing about this knife. Most impressive thing is the magic it does. This utilizes the Lee Williams, I believe that's his name. If not, I apologize. Lee Williams Kickstop. So you see this flipper up here, right? Which works extremely well. Excellent detent. Where'd it go, right? No flipper. Well, it's a separate piece. Look at this. It's a separate piece from the blade, which allows it to just lay out of the way when the blade deploys, but go right back to where it needs to be when the blade is closed. This is still under patent right now. Pena did a knife with this. I think it was the Pena Apache. I could be wrong though. Pena did a knife utilizing the Kickstop also. And you must have to pay Mr. Lee Williams a pretty penny to utilize this system, because I don't know anyone else that's utilized it other than that Pena and this knife. And this knife is $385. That Pena, I remember, was high too, but I don't remember the exact price of it. But it was higher than most Penas. So I think they're paying Mr. Williams a pretty penny to utilize this. But luckily for all of us, and actually lucky for Mr. Williams, you know, he's going to make a lot of money from everyone that uses it. But that patent's going to run out. And this is the future of flipper knives. It really is. Why on earth would you ever want a flipper to not get out of the way? Unless it's in a tactical situation where you need it as a finger guard, where you have to do some pokey, right? For anyone else doing regular push cuts, pull cuts, detail cuts, you don't need finger guard there, you know. It's just in the way. It gets in the way of your chopping cuts, right? That's why I don't like a flipper. I like to be able to get all my edge down on the cutting surface. And you can't do that with most flippers, but you can this one. And the action on this knife is amazing. The fit and finish, it truly is next level. All because of one thing. By the way, this is not lefty friendly. I should point that out. I know that looks like a minor thing, but to understand what it took to do that and get it to that perfection, I mean, it's really, really impressive. You can get them in micarta also. Titanium scale here, micarta scale. It will have the same titanium liner with the titanium shield, but micarta scale. I will link this in the description below. They have them in stock on Blade HQ. If you've never experienced a Kickstop, you really should check one out. I actually have a disassembly of that Pena. If you search my channel for, I put Kickstop in the search, you'll find, I can't remember the name of that Pena. I want to say Apache, but I don't think that's it. You'll find that video where I took it apart because I wanted to see how it worked on the inside. It's really, really innovative design from Lee Williams. You know, kind of innovative like the Axis lock was when it first came out. But you know what? These days, everybody's making Axis locks. So if you can't drop $400 on this knife right now, just hold out for a while. Eventually, everybody will be using the Kickstop. It is the future of flipper knives, in my opinion. It's truly innovative design, and Jared Oeser did a great job with this knife. And yeah, great sharpening tool also, by the way. You could sharpen this thing forever and not get a smile. Awesome knife. Thank you very much, Brian, for sending this in. I really do appreciate it. Brian's Instagram is in the description, guys. Give him a follow on Instagram. Great guy, great knife collection. And I will see you guys on the next one.